talk about his next fight happening at Cage Titans 52 on April 2nd is Andrew Valdina, the Gladiator. What's up, my friend?
What's going on, Steve? How are you?
I'm doing excellent, my man. You just made the fist with the ring there. I made a compliment about that ring before we went on, man. What does that ring represent? Anything?
No, I found this actually at Hampton Beach, and then I had my family surprise me on Christmas and actually had like a sterling silver version made out of it. And it's just like a gladiator helmet. If I go like, sorry for everyone watching, but if I go like this, it's perfect right there.
So it definitely does have meaning, man. So I knew there was something going on with that ring. So, brother, man, welcome back to the show. You're here quite a lot, man. Fighting Cage Titans 52. This is going to be your fourth, I want to say the fourth event in a row, even though there was a combat night in between last card. But you fought on Cage Titans 49, 50, 51, and now you're fighting on Cage Titans 52, man. No rest for the wicked, bro. Let's talk about it. How excited are you to get back in there after that, that tough split decision loss last, Cage Titans 51?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to going right back in there. I wanted to go even sooner in that combat night. They had it for Cage Titans in late February. It was like a few weeks after the one I had with Arthur in February 5th. But the reason I didn't is because I had a family vacation booked in Florida. So I just got back from that about, a few weeks ago. So I had about a 4-week camp for this fight coming up. And I'm just like you said, this is my fourth card in a row that I'm fighting for Cage Titans. And I just think I should be as active as I possibly can. If I'm not taking any injuries, and nothing severe has happened with like the weight cuts or anything like that. I'm doing everything perfect with the weight cut wise and stuff. It's not messing up my body too much. There's no reason why I shouldn't be fighting every single card. So especially as an amateur, get as much exposure as I can. And then when I hit the pros, eventually it'll be a clean slate, whatever the record will be. So.
Excellent. Dude, coming off that fight, you had that title fight with Arthur, who previously had owned that title, so he had been there before. Man, it was a split decision. It was a close fight that could have went either way. You showed damn great all-around skills in that fight. It was mostly contested on the feet. I think the whole 15 minutes was on the feet, man. What'd you think about your performance in that fight? And, did you come out of it positive even though you didn't win that belt?
Yeah, I definitely came out positive after the fight. Losing sucks. Nobody likes to lose. It definitely left a bitter taste in my mouth, which is why I'm trying to get bounced right back in there because I know I'm ready to. But in that fight, I'm going to give it to you straight. I've asked a lot of people, and of course I might sound a little biased right now, and I'm not here to say, oh, I won that fight, this, blah, blah. I'm not going to do that right now. But in my mind, I really do believe I won the fight. Having said that, I can 100% see how Arthur could have won too. I believe I won round 1, 3, and 5, and he took 2 and 4. First round, it was like I was the aggressor the whole time. I defended a takedown, and then the second round he out-jabbed me, whatever. The third one, I took him down, and we basically had even striking after that. Fourth round, he out-jabbed me again. That jab was killer. And then the fifth round, I got a knockdown and landed just as much as he was while being the aggressor. But that's my quick reasoning for that fight. But I'm coming out of there thinking, you know what? That just taught me more than a first round, second round dub would have. You know what I mean? I got 5 rounds of experience now under my belt in one fight against a former Cage Titans champ and new for him. So I'm really not holding my head down low or anything like that. It's up high, and I'm looking on Tony Alvarado now. That's who my sights are set on, and I'm looking forward to that April 2nd.
Excellent. Well, let's talk about it. Tony comes from Underdog MMA in Connecticut. Matt Bassett's camp there. Russell Leak, great head coach there. Plethora of killers that come out of that Carlos Candelario. Just like Lauzons, great 2 camps with high-level guys and ladies making it to the next and, highest stages. Dude, what are you thinking about this matchup? Ant's he's got a victory at Cage Titans, all decision victories. He's coming off a loss, just like you coming off a loss. It makes a great fight right now for you guys to both get back into that win column. What are you thinking about this fight? And, before this matchup was you talked about or made, did you know anything about Ant?
Nope, I didn't know who he was before they mentioned him to me for a matchup. As soon as they threw my name, I said yes, always. That's the way it goes. But then I looked him up and I saw his style. He's looks like a wrestling with a little bit of kickboxing, and he kind of coasted that decision once he's controlled you a lot on the fence and puts his weight on you to get you tied and stuff. So he's coasted to a couple of decisions. I don't know. I didn't get to see his loss he just had, but it said he lost by UD. But he seems tough. He seems rugged. He's short, stocky motherfucker right there. So I think I will be able to push the pace though the whole time and outwork him, especially by the later rounds because I got a gas tank. I don't think he does. He looked pretty gassed in a lot of his fights, but I hope he brings it. I always want my opponent to bring the best out of them so I can bring the best out of myself. So it'll be fun.
Well, interesting about Anthony. He started off his career, I believe, as a featherweight. He's 2-1. This will be his fourth fight. Featherweight. Then he went to. He had his last two fights were 140-pound catchweights. Now he's dropping down to bantamweight, where you're going back to your natural where you want to be. I would imagine because that's, I think you're perfect for that bantamweight division. Do you think that has more, does it go in your favor more that he's dropping down to 135, or do you think seeing him at the higher weight, and you talked about him running out of gas, you think he'll have more gas at 135, or do you think maybe the weight cut might affect him a little bit?
Well, two things, two main things. One, I don't think the weight is gonna be a factor in his gas tank. I think whether it's at 35 or 40, I hope he has. First of all, I hope he has a full gas tank. I hope he can go every single round and give the fans a banger back and forth the entire 3 rounds. But from what I've seen, at least, if he didn't work on it, it looks like he's going to get gassed whatever weight he's at. I mean, just from the way he was fighting and the way he was looking in the later rounds. But the second thing is, don't say 135 too quick because that motherfucker better make weight, first of all, because I've been hearing things like he might have to meet at 140. So, I mean, regardless, 35, the way I do my weight cuts, I make it simple and easy. 45, we all know I can bang at 45. I have a knockout over somebody at 45. So, I mean, if you want to meet at 40, sure. If you really can't make 35, but as an amateur, be as professional as you can and get down to 135, please. Jesus Christ.
Excellent. Yeah, I didn't hear anything about that. And I did speak to you when we set up the interview. I was like, wow, I thought Ant was like a bigger guy. I was very, really cool that he's dropping down. I hope he makes the weight, but if it's a catch weight, you're willing to take it, but you want him to, you work that weight just like you have to, man. As far as what we're going to see is from you in this, next opportunity, what are you looking to showcase in there? The last fight, I mean, like you said, you went in there toe to toe against a former champion, now the current champion. Arthur's well-rounded, man. He's a smart fighter. Anthony, not as much, not as much cage time, but comes from a great gym. What are you expecting, and what do you see out of your game heading into this fight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to, in the amateur ranks at least, I think I'm starting to get onto that side of the bar where I'm the more experienced fighter now, and that's a good feeling because of the way I've been just following up fight after fight, and now I'm facing people that don't have as much cage time, like you were saying, and I think that's going to play a big factor. Just me getting so much exposure in the cage from back-to-back fights. This is now just routine fight, training camp, fight, maybe like a week off, and then training camp fight, week off, training. So that's going to play a big factor. Just like my comfortability in the cage. I'm going to listen to my corner very well this time. And what I'd like to do is just showcase a full case of mixed martial arts. I want to start going back to, my wrestling roots. I want to start implementing that game a lot because I feel like I've just gotten to big pissing matches the past few fights and just trying to be a stand-up fighter. I have a very good wrestling background, so I'm going to start using that. But the kicks aren't going to go anywhere either, or the red right hand. So I'm throwing up high kicks and the level changes. It's going to be a big showcase and a good clinic to put on.
Excellent. You know, Mike just had a Table Titans on Monday announcing a lot of things going on, man. You got some training partners going to be jumping in that cage with you, man. You know, how's the morale at Lauzons? A lot of stuff going on. Joe's got a fight coming himself, not too far from now, man. How's that camp feeling? You know, the towards the beginning of the year and getting the work out there now.
Yeah, morale's never been higher. Honest to God, it's we have such a good atmosphere in that gym, and Joe having a fight, getting ready for his own. That definitely just, at least for me, it puts me in another gear. Like going at Saturday mornings where everyone comes to Lauzons to spar. You see Joe already like wrapped up, ready to go and doing his rounds towards training for Cowboy, and you know, being able to see like high level like that in a cage right there in the same room. It's like, all right, shit, this is real. Let's go. Like, it's awesome.
Excellent, my man. Well, congratulations again, dude, on, you know, getting right back in there, having a little time off, having some fun in Florida with the family. Anyone that follows Andrew, you got to go look at you know, his social media, because you know you guys been doing karaoke, doing a lot of fun stuff there, man.
We're a big karaoke fan. I'll tell you that much. Hey, also, I forgot to say this. My sister Kathleen, her birthday is April 2nd, so I'm fighting on her birthday.
Awesome, my man. Excellent. Well, Andrew, before I let you give your shout outs, sponsors, social media, you also have a beer coming out, right? For this fight, you have
I do.
you have your own beer from Rob Pico, right?
Yep. And Rob Pico is the absolute man. He's a legend now. Like, I can't believe he did this. I didn't even ask him to, and the guy comes out with Gladiator season beer, and I can't wait to try it. He made his own labels and stuff with me on it, and it's just ridiculous how he did this, but it's awesome. I love it.
Will there be any available at Cage Titans, or this just like kind of you know, first come, first serve kind of thing?
I I don't think anything's going to be available at cage signs, but if there is, I better be getting a percentage of each one. That's some bullshit if they do that.
All right, Mike. Well, they'll compete with that Cage Titans bear. You know, maybe 12, 15 bucks you can charge for that.
Yeah, I know. I like the way you think.
All right, my man. Shout out anything you wanted to say. You know, sponsors, thank yous, social media, and I'll let you get going, man. We're a week and a half away from you getting back in there for the fourth time.
So my sponsors, I got to swipe out. Is that all right?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Hold on one sec. All right. Let's see. All right. So can you still see me?
Yeah, I got you. I put you right in the middle here. I'm a professional.
I could do that.
Where'd you going now? There you go. You're still there.
Want me to do that right there?
Yeah, if you can read them from there, you're good.
I can read it.
All right.
All right. So my for my sponsors, I just want to shout out a few of these guys. It's McNeil Landscaping. He's been riding with me, you know, all my fights now. He wrestled with me at Drake High School, and he owns his own landscaping company now that serves basically the entire northern Massachusetts. So check him out. And beforehand, all these companies can be found on my Instagram. If you click my link tree, it'll show each one's website. You can click and go right to any type of contact you want to have with them. The next one is Stupid Genius Studios. That's basically like a rap group consisting of CK Major, Low Rich, and Chaz King. The next one is Pete the Job Guy, and that's actually a radio host down in Jacksonville, Florida. And he does a lot of like networking with job networking. So honestly, he's actually a really good guy you want to get in touch with. Check his website out and then listen to a couple of his shows. It's awesome. Invisaware is my next sponsor, and what they are basically, they've been riding with me for all my fights now too, almost. And really good company, good people that like are actually from around the New England area, but their brand has gone nationwide now. So what they are is like they have like little jewelry or something like that. Like say this ring, right? In this ring, there's like a little seating compartment that you press, and right when you press that button, emergency services will come like right away.
Great.
So it really, it's a great gift to get for your loved ones and stuff like that, if, you know, keep them safe. Another one is U.S. Golden Pawn, and that's in Manchester, New Hampshire. That's my oldest sister and her boyfriend's pawn shop, and they give the best deals. They really do. I said this in the last podcast, but why wouldn't I keep saying this, that another pawn shop legitimately said, listen, like, if we weren't running, like, I'd send you there, because my sister and her boyfriend are just great people, and they give, like, just the best hospitality there. And then finally, Party Time Rental in Drake, Mass. That's my family's party tent rental company. And springtime's here basically, and summer's coming soon. So COVID's kind of out the window a little bit. I don't know how people feel about it, but for the most part, I mean, parties are back, and we give any type of tents in the backyard, tables and chairs. Hit us up, and that can be found in my link tree once again.
Excellent, my man. I have your Instagram right here. It's just Andrew Valdina, right? Just your name,
Yeah,
correct?
my Instagram is Andrew Valdina, and then I actually just created tonight a Twitter. So follow me now. I have 0 followers. Help a guy out.
I will.
And,
I'll follow you.
All right. My Twitter is Andrew_Valdina.
Excellent. Easy stuff, man. That's the way it should be. Your name, like that's how you find. People that they're putting this stuff. How do I find you, man? Your name. If you can get that, so that's great stuff, man. So with that said, man, like I said, congratulations, bro. This is going to be your 6th MMA fight, your 4th card in a row for Cage Titans. Fighting a kid that is pretty legit, and I'm glad that this matchup's here, and it's going to be an exciting one, man. Andrew, I'll see you on April 2nd. I'll be there with the gang, and we'll be watching you working there, man. So with that said, thanks for the time as always, bro, and we'll see you real soon.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
All right.